Chandler Jones has come from a family of greatness. He's had an NFL career thus far that anyone would be proud of. He's been a Super Bowl champion, an All-Pro player, and a Pro Bowler. But after a weird offseason, things seem to have taken a turn for the worst. How did we get here? Chandler Jones is in the middle of his prime and is set to have another All-Pro disruptive season for the Arizona Cardinals. He played in every game and opposing offenses hated him for it. He finished as the runner-up for the Defensive Player of the Year award and finished 15th in the top 100 players list for the 2019-2020 season. But you can only do so much, and unfortunately, an All-Pro season didn't result in wins. The Arizona Cardinals finished 5-10-1 for the season, last place in their division. But they got their guy at quarterback, and the only way to go was up. Chandler Jones was only able to play 5 games this season due to a torn bicep. He was placed on injury reserve on October 15, 2020. As for the Cardinals, things were getting better. They finished 8-8, and Kyler Murray got his wide receiver 1 to enhance the offense. Plus, the defense had some pieces to compete. Things were changing around here. Jones was back and healthy, and he immediately made his presence felt by tying the franchise record for sacks in the very first game of the season with 5. The Cardinals were feeling just as dominant, starting the season off with 7 straight wins. By week 11, they were sitting at 9 wins and 2 losses. Chandler Jones made sure to put the Cardinals in the win column that week, earning NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors. The Cardinals had a bye for week 12, but after that, they just weren't hitting on all cylinders anymore. They finished the season losing 4 out of their next 6 games. They finished second in their division with a record of 11 wins and 6 losses. But that record was good enough for a wild card playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams, the team that finished first in their division. The Cardinals didn't stand a chance. They ran into a buzzsaw of a football team destined to win the Super Bowl that year. The Rams won 34-11 in a game to forget for the Cardinals. You can only do so much. During Chandler Jones' time in Arizona, he was no doubt a top defensive player in the league, but he was now a free agent and signed with the Las Vegas Raiders for a 3-year, $51 million contract. The AFC West was having an off-season arms race. The Kansas City Chiefs were coming off of their 4th straight conference championship game appearance. The Los Angeles Chargers traded for All-Pro linebacker Khalil Mack to add to their already talented roster. The Denver Broncos bet it all on a trade for Russell Wilson to take the pressure off of their talented defense. And there's the Raiders, who traded for all-world wide receiver Davante Adams and signed Chandler Jones. All of these major moves made the AFC West look like the toughest division in football. The Las Vegas Raiders would finish 3rd in that division with a record of 6-11. Anticlimactic. Chandler Jones didn't have his most productive season, with 38 combined tackles, 4.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 3 fumble recoveries, and 1 defensive touchdown. But that 1 defensive touchdown was a thing of beauty. It's week 13. The Las Vegas Raiders are hosting the New England Patriots. The score is tied at 24 with 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Mac Jones snaps the ball and hands it to running back Ramondre Stevenson, who breaks a Chandler Jones tackle. Stevenson is running free for about 25 yards, but there's no time left, so he pitches the ball to Jacoby Myers, who has nowhere to go. So he throws the ball across the field to Chandler Jones, who immediately turns the ball upfield, gives Mac Jones a stiff arm with about 20 years worth of tuck rule frustration, and charges for the end zone. Ball game. I really wish the story would have stopped right here. On September 5th, 2023, Chandler Jones posted on his Instagram that he no longer wanted to play for the Raiders after being locked out of the facility and forced to work out at a local gym. When head coach Josh McDaniels was asked about the situation, he stated, quote, "It's a personal situation and a private matter. We have dealt with it, and I'm not going to talk about it." End quote. Chandler Jones would go on to share private messages with text signed by MD. I'm assuming this is the Raiders owner Mark Davis. Then Jones went on a tweeting spree making disturbing allegations, but claimed his account was hacked. On September 20th, 2023, the Raiders would place Jones on the non-football illness list. This caused players around the league to worry about the condition of Chandler's overall health. On September 26, 2023, Jones posted a handwritten letter saying that he was taken to a mental hospital against his will by the Las Vegas Fire Department. He wrote his brothers had to bring him decent meals and clothes, and that he called the Raiders general manager Dave Ziegler a number of times, but he wouldn't answer his calls. A few days later, more tweets with claims against Mark Davis and a screenshot of the NFL Players Association reaching out and trying to help. Things continued to get worse when Jones posted a video showing a range of emotions while claiming former Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez didn't take his own life in prison.
Y'all thought Chico killed himself in jail? Y'all thought Chico killed himself in jail?
They claim that Hernandez's lawyer denies. This looked like a sign of someone literally crying out for help. I just don't think that Antonio Brown was the correct person to help, but who knows? On September 29, 2023, Chandler Jones was arrested and booked in the Clark County Detention Center in Nevada. Jones was arrested on 2 counts of violation of a domestic violence protection order after stealing items from outside of his ex-girlfriend's house. She claims he proceeded to burn those items in the backyard and send her videos while doing it. Jones was served with a temporary restraining order and immediately began sending the woman Snapchats, a violation of that order. That order stemmed from an accident on September 12, 2023, where she claimed Jones was rambling incoherently, came to her with a flashlight and without shoes on. She claimed he was later seen on her home security cameras and went to her house at least twice. While out on bail, the Raiders cut Chandler Jones, but the tweets didn't stop. This time they were about why he got arrested. When we see behavior like this from athletes, especially football players, the first reaction is usually saying they have CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It causes the death of nerve cells in the brain, and it gets worse over time. It is irresponsible to make those claims because the only way to make a definitive diagnosis is after death during an autopsy. We don't know what is going on with Chandler Jones, but it's pretty safe to say that there are some mental health concerns here. Jones is scheduled to appear in court on December 4th, 2023. Chandler was a force in the NFL. He has reached the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Football aside, I hope for the safety of his ex-girlfriend and hope that whatever Chandler Jones is dealing with mentally is resolved and he can move forward in a positive and healthy way. We don't want to see this situation get worse, and we don't want to see anyone get hurt. It's just sad that things took such a dark turn in the span of a few months.